welcome to the stage, Mike Zakarian.
All right, courtside, we will not be doing this optimizing training lines. We were just going to put those in a mad dash at the end. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. We got a little live before lock action coming at you right now. We're still waiting on a ton of news, so that'll be annoying. But I'm excited to be joined by two guests today. We have TST in Ghost in the house. How are we doing, boys?
What's going on?
Good. Good to be here.
Good to have you both back in here. Also, if you haven't seen on TST's Twitter, he's doing an old giveaway. So go check that out. I don't think that's not done yet, right?
No, I'm going to run it this evening.
For like 6 months, the next 6 months.
Yeah.
Keep it open. All right, let's real quick before we do big picture stuff. I changed my mind, even though I told you that's what we're going to do. Like the stream, subscribe. And in order to do the giveaway, you need to put hashtag TST into the chat. So like the stream, subscribe, put hashtag TST. Just a reminder, we're guaranteed to give away a limited card today. But if we hit 200 live viewers, which we're already at 80, 2.5 minutes in. Good. That's a good sign. Good progress. We are going to give away a rare tier. So like the stream, subscribe, put hashtag TST. Share this shit with all your friends. Do all the good things. Do all of the good things. And we're going to dive into the slate. I also just want to say, listen, we crossed the 7,800 threshold today in subs. So just moving, baby. We are moving. All right, let's do some big picture stuff as we dive into the game weeks here. Well, how are we feeling, TST? What are we? If we had like one takeaway, what are you looking at right now?
Man, it's gonna be if Luka plays. Geez,
I know.
It's gonna be the week of Luka as your second or Luka in your contender. I know. That's what this week's going to be about. If he doesn't play, it's going to crush a lot of people because I think a lot of people that have him are squeezing him in as their second, squeezing them in. So yeah. They're going to be sacrificing a lot of cap to get him in as their second. But I think that's going to be a shoe-in if he plays his normal way.
Yeah, absolutely. What about you, Ghost? What are you looking at?
No, I mean, that's a big one. I mean, not often you can sneak Luka into a lineup without having him as your MVP, like in a champion. So that's huge if he does play.
Yeah.
I just saw that the Nets ruled out Ben Simmons and TJ Warren. So we're going to have some more of those guys in play again. It's always kind of a crapshoot on which one's going to go off, but
I was just looking at that actually right before we went on when I saw that announcement, and it seems like Cam Thomas was the guy that benefited the most last time, which I was surprised by. And then, on the Luka thing, you're absolutely right, man. And as someone who doesn't own a Luka but does own a Spencer Dinwiddie, like I'm aggressively rooting for Luka to be ruled out for at least one game, like at least take one off. And with that game being, I believe, an 8:30 Eastern start, we're not going to get that news, I don't think, before lock. I imagine he stays a game time decision. So I mean, I got to imagine Luka plays one of the next couple of games, but it's the Pistons. So like if there was ever a game not to rush him back for, I actually think they played Detroit twice this week. So
we also got Embiid as a game time decision. I know you love to sneak in Paul Reed into your lineups when you can, but it's going to be another risky one.
We're not playing. No, I'm not talking about Paul Reed. I'm not talking about Montrezl Harrell. I'm not talking about any of those guys today. I refuse to do it. All right, let's do a quick injury recap. And then we'll dive in. We're going to do things a little bit differently today, but same old. Once we go over our projections and some of our hot takes, if you will, or stuff we're eyeing, then we'll get into the Q&A part of this, and we'll hammer all of your questions and answers and go through all that. Yeah, Taco Slayer saying Paul Reed season. God damn it, Paul. All right, let's take a look at this. So obviously, look at the cover boy. We're using Underdog. Also, if you sign up for UnderdogFantasy.com, use promo code HOLD. It makes me rich. Luka is questionable. Embiid is questionable. The Embiid one, I think we're going to get before, though. They say
he's game time.
Yeah.
He's game time now.
They're the first game, though, correct?
I think they're early enough.
Yeah. I think they have a 7:00 start against Orlando. So we should get the Embiid news beforehand. Trae Young is questionable, which, Trae's obviously a great play, but if he's out, I mean, DeJounte ends up being a great play. Rudy Gobert is got the questionable tag for like the 48th day in a row. Ben Simmons, we just talked about. Yusuf Nurkic is questionable. Hart's questionable. And then Daniel Gafford is questionable with an illness. I wanted to scroll over to Twitter just so we can do a quick scroll through Underdog sites. So we got Giannis listed as probable tomorrow. TJ, we already said, was ruled out. Simmons ruled out. There's your Embiid. We got some Tuesday news. Jimmy Butler was downgraded questionable. Gabe Vincent's questionable. Jamal Murray's now questionable, which he's questionable for injury management, which makes me think he's sitting, right? Like, it's not questionable with an injury. It's questionable like, oh, we got to keep him keep them fresh. Amadou Diallo, I know that burned everybody's lineup. He's been ruled out. Kevin Love's back.
I own 2 Hamadou Diallo personally, actually. So
I love Hami.
Yeah, well,
so let's pump those bags, all right?
No Diallo pumps in here. That's Wolfpack only. Jalen Green didn't practice today. Şengün did practice today. Romeo Langford was ruled out. Campaign is never coming back. Lander Shamit might also never come back. And I think that was most of the stuff from today. Yeah, that was most of the stuff from today. So again, that's the injury news we have. We're going to get a lot of stuff after lock, so we'll do our best. But today, what I figured we would do, instead of just going over projections, what we're going to do is Ghost and TSD have put together a couple of their favorite value plays, a couple of their favorite mid-range plays, and a couple of their high-end targets. So as they describe who they're looking at, we'll pull up the projections. As always, you can find a link in the show notes. We're going to be using Momentum Labs, momentumlabs.app. We're going to be using their projections. You can sign up, get behind the paywall, do all that shit. Speaking of which, all the stuff everything's in the show notes. Just look at the show notes. And as I go to share screen and start this conversation, we're 84 entrants, but 123 watching. Like the stream, subscribe, #TSD. All right. Osgun says won a contender last game week with Diallo, those 4 steal games. All right. Is this a Diallo fan club? Go start your own Discord, guys.
Let's go.
Go start your own Discord. All right. Well, I'm a Spencer Dinwiddie guy, so we're going to start the Dinwits. All right. Why don't let's start with the cheap end. We'll start with the value plays. Ghost, why don't you hit us with a couple of the value plays that you've been, that you're eyeing for this game week?
Sure. My first one was Aaron Wiggins, who has been benefiting from Lou Dort being out of the lineup, and Lou Dort was already ruled out again.
Nice.
So let's see. What was he? I think he's 12.
Cap of 12. Yeah, cap of 12. We got
So,
it pulled up right here with a 23.5 projection, too. He's pretty. How did he do over the weekend?
I have that pulled up, actually. So he had 23 Sorare points in his last one. He got 30 minutes, which is the big thing for me. I love those minutes. I know the OKC is often finicky with their lineups a bit, so you never know who's really going to play, but he seems to be picking up Lou Dort's minutes directly, so that's always good to see.
No, that's great. That's great. Love the Wiggins call. TSC, who's your first guy you're jacked up about?
So I'm going to go like now with that injury news, kind of like Yuta again.
Yep.
Especially just because there's not many like in that under 10 cap this week. I'm sure some might pop up in the next couple hours here, or will end up being good plays once the injury stuff shakes out. But I was kind of on the fence with Yuta until we got that other news, and the fact that TJ is also out along with Ben Simmons, I think gives me a little more confidence in playing him.
Yeah, I like that one. I'm gonna pump up my exercise man. I'm gonna do the guy who's gonna be on the treadmill, getting some steps in today on the court as the Lakers have ruled out a bunch of their bros. We're gonna go the JTA, one of the Toscano Andersons. He's got a cap of 8. He's the only guy like sub 10. Well, I guess I like Yuta too. I should say too, Edmund Sumner now with a cap of 9 probably gets a little bit of a boost with both of those guys being out. But JTA will at least be on the floor for 28 to 30 minutes at a cap of 8. Like YOLO, let's ride. Everybody's on the Rui bandwagon right now. We can talk a little bit more about that when we get there. But I like that call. Ghost, you get another low end guy you're excited about?
Yeah, I was going to comment on your Sumner comment there, and I put him in my lineup last game week, and he burned me hard. I think he got like 9 points or something. So
hell yeah!
After he had a huge game before, so I can't trust him again. I don't like being burned.
That's fair. That's fair.
My second one was Jalen Suggs, and I feel like his minutes have been creeping up lately. I've been waiting for it. I feel like he's been playing kind of like really reserved minutes over the last like couple of weeks, and he finally got 20 plus minutes in his last game. He had 24 Sorare points. So I feel like he has some value. We've seen him go off before. I mean, he's always been kind of a high volume scorer. So, and he's still at a 12 cap. So I feel like he could catch a little value there before his cap does go up if he does start playing a lot more.
Yeah, I like the Yuta call. I like that call. What about you, TSC? You got another one?
So I'm like, it's a little boring now because it's been weeks and weeks, but Jericho Sims, like that game where he completely flopped and put a 2 up is going to be crucial. Like that's the reason his cap's still like really nice, but give me those starter minutes and, like kind of like the Aaron Wiggins play. It's like, we know that he's going to get significant minutes. And when you're talking about someone at 13 now, is he a great play for a champion lineup? Maybe not really, because his upside doesn't seem to be that high, but I do like him in contender. And as I say that, like currently he's in my champion lineup, but I don't always take my own advice because I don't like necessarily going and spending on the marketplace, and I already have him. But you know, and if you look at that, like he's got that 13 cap, you combine that with the Luka at 48, then, you know, you're only averaging just over that 30 mark for your champion lineup. So that's what you're that's why I like him. Just give me the minutes.
Yeah, I'm rolling out Sims again too. It feels dirty, but as long as his cap stays under 15, I'll keep doing it. I actually saw Sorare Squad mention it. I was going to talk about him too as some of my other cheap guys. I think it's fine to roll out Moses Moody. The Warriors have 3 games this week. I know he's not projecting at all. The one thing I will say, though, about the Warriors situation is that, like, is Ty Jerome still up there? Like, I forget what he's doing. Dante DiVincenzo, like all of those guys, assuming – Lamb in the wing. But assuming Draymond, Clay, and like Draymond, Clay, Steph, and Wiggins probably all sit one of these 3 games. Now, maybe they stagger them instead of sitting them all in one game. So it's definitely dicey, and I know they're not projecting at all. Like Kuminga's projecting pretty poorly. Moody, I don't think is projecting at all. I think that's like a decent dart throw. I probably like it a little bit more for contender than I would for champion. I think Moody's got like a cap of 8 or something. So I like that. There was another one too that I was going to point out before that. Oh, you know what though? I think it's Ghost's last one. So I won't say Ghost. You got one more?
I was going to call out, and so our NBA squad commented too, that it's a Keita Bates job season. And I agree with that. He's had 20 or more Sorare points in the last 3. We already got Romeo Langford ruled out again. He's just been putting up huge numbers, so easy value there.
Great questions. And Dyer, Sydney Sweeney. There you go. That's your. I feel like they're too young for me to even comment on, actually, so I'm not going to. Wait, there was another comment that I was going to pull up. I lost it. Who cares? All right, those are the value guys. I think I talked about everybody that I was interested in. I think Peyton Pritchard isn't as good of a play as he was the last couple of weeks. Anybody else that was dark green that we missed? Me too, whatever. And Malachi Flynn is not really projecting that well. It's just that his cap's at 5. All right, let's do some mid-range. And while TST, you go first this time with the mid-range, and I'll remind people in honor of TST, like the stream, subscribe, #TST for the giveaway there at the end.
So this one's like on the lower end of the mid. You can call it low end mid. This is a cap of 16, and I'm going Bones Highland. And this was not on my radar until we got that Underdog update about Jamal Murray. When Jamal Murray goes out, he's the one that benefits the most from a usage standpoint for all the games that he hasn't played this year. So once I got that news, it is a little risky because, you know, if he plays, then he's not going to have that boost. But just like you were saying, like when it's injury management, like, you know, and ahead of time, we probably can assume that he's going to sit.
Right.
So that's my, you know, low end of the mid tier. I like him at a 16 cap. I think there's some good value there.
I like that one too, especially with like the Jamal Murray news that even with Jamal Murray, right? He's still fine. But
yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. Is that it's not like a guy that he's not playing if everyone's healthy. He's still getting like a decent amount of minutes, but he just has he has a good upside if Jamal Murray sits.
Yeah, I like that one quite a bit. What about you, Ghost? How you feeling?
Got to go with Precious. I mean,
yeah.
Shout out to TST and the Raptors fans over there. Precious has been killing it. He's still relatively affordable at a 23 cap, and he's probably starting again tonight with OG already ruled out. I think he's averaging like 19 and 11 or something when he starts this year.
Wow.
So he always produces when gets big minutes, and he's clearly locked into a great role right now.
Yeah, he really is. I like that one quite a bit too. For some of the mid range that I was looking at, the Duarte Beasley lines are kind of interesting here. I kind of like Beasley a little bit more. I don't know why. There's no like real rhyme or reason to it, but I like Beasley. We're also seeing Torrey Craig project pretty well, which always makes me very nervous, but I think that's fine. So those are some of the ones that stood out to me in that range. But nobody that I love, actually. I'll be honest. Like I think Precious is like the best play in that kind of range, and I like Bones at a little bit lower end too. TST, anybody else in the mid range game that you were enjoying?
Brandon Clark. I think people might have been scared off him a little bit because his last game he didn't produce that well, but he got into foul trouble. He had 5 fouls and didn't get as many minutes. And I think it had more to do with foul trouble than like where he's going to be in the rotation.
Yeah.
So as long as he's starting and getting a bump in minutes, I think at his cap there, you know, he's one of these like active athletic players. So definitely someone that can pick up the defensive stats that can really turn out a nice, so rare score without necessarily like demanding the ball that much more. So I think he's someone that can easily outdo his cap by 10 this week.
I like that one quite a bit. What about you, Ghost?
My other one was Alec Burks. He's been crushing it lately. He had 38 and 30 Sorare points in his last 2. He's been seeing 30 minutes a game, and I liked him even before Hamidou was ruled out, but he should pick up even more minutes now with a lack of kind of small shooting guard, small forward over there.
Yeah, I like that. I also wonder if Isaiah Livers gets any sort of a boost. I don't think so. I think they kind of are different positions, but I was looking at him. Yeah, the Clark thing is going to continue to be a pretty solid play. I think. Like, I know you just talked about him. I really like him. And then where was the other? There's somebody else.
I think Sorare Squad's comment about Precious too is a good thought as the trade deadline kind of approaches. You know, I was thinking about that with Precious too. Like if OG gets moved and he's been in so many rumors, like what spots open up there and who benefits. So I think that's it's starting to become a good time to start thinking about the trade deadline.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, go ahead.
And what's nice about the Raptors too is that it doesn't matter if it's OG. It's basically like if any of their starters go, because of like the fact that they're all just like massive wings. And even if Fred gets traded, like they're just going to shift everyone up. So it's kind of like they have their 6 or 7 guys and it doesn't matter which one moves. It's like Precious that's going to kind of like benefit from that most.
Yeah. I mean, Precious is great. I actually just wrote something up about the trade deadline for somebody else, and like I kind of said a similar thing where I'm less interested in the guys that are going to get traded and more interested in like who's left in those situations where, you know, like someone I'm even hesitant to say it, but I know like people are all jacked up about where Jakob Poeltl is going to go, or even John Collins, but those guys are going to be going to good teams. And so like their role's immediately going to be diminished a little bit. Whereas someone like if Toronto just like fire sales, or honestly Russ, if Russ gets traded, I'd be excited about that because he'd probably just go ham wherever he goes next. All right. Anyways, let's round this up here with your favorite MVP spot. What are we looking at? Go. So why don't you go first? Sorry, that was my bad.
I picked SGA as my MVP. I think he's been balling lately, and I love it when guys like him get more usage. And with Lou Dort out, they're kind of looking for a little more offense. And I've seen Giddy deferring a little bit more now that SGA has been back, and he's just been putting up huge numbers. So he's my pick this week.
I like that one. That's solid. TSC? Who's your favorite MVP here?
So it was going to be Embiid until we got this like, you know, his sore foot or whatever we're getting, game time decision. You know, we already saw one game of it, but I don't think it's just gonna be one game of him being pissed off about the All-Star game. He's like a guy that really those thwothings he takes to heart. So the injury has kind of shied me a little bit away from that. So I would probably pick Giannis now. He's just been crushing it. The fear with Giannis is the blowout, I think, for this week, but he gives a slight edge over Embiid for me because of we don't know what's going to be going on with Embiid's status.
Well, I will say too, like he put up 50 real life points in a blowout this weekend. So like he can do it. He can
be the reason for the blowout.
Yeah, and wow, holy crap! So you have him in your contenders: SGA, Yuta, Keita, Bates, Jop, Rui, and Beasley. Whoa. Wow. That's crazy. SGA in the contender. I love it. All right. My favorite MVP. This is going to sound a little odd because he's sitting out tonight, but give me LeBron. I think LeBron is going to be trying to score 50 points a night until he gets there. And he's doing a little bit of everything. They have to win every game except for tonight, apparently. So I'm going to just still take LeBron. And is that because he's in my MVP? Yes. I also will give you, I'll give you like a second one. You know how everyone's losing their mind about Luka at 48? I think Ja at 44 or whatever he's at right now is pretty nuts, considering he's put up like big He's at 44. He's put up 2 monster triple doubles in a row.
Steph's at 44 too.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, my pick was fucking Ja, dude. All right.
I'm just saying, there's a couple of them. There's more. Maybe this is like how you counteract the Luka if you don't have him.
That's right.
You
Game
go
theory,
Morant,
baby.
you go Steph.
Before we dive in the Q&As, which we'll do next, Sorare Squad was asking, is Luka playing? We don't know. No, we don't know yet. I'm going to jump into questions, but I'm going to show you what I was doing. As you can tell, I was maybe a little distracted there in the background during TST's Clark pick, and that's why I started to say Clark. And I was like, nope, TST just said Clark. Don't do it. I'm going to go over here to my squads here. Well, let's do a refresh. I'm pretty jazzed about what we just did here a second ago. Pretty jazzed. So the contender, this limited, all these lineups are going to win all of the money. By the way, yeah. So
they're giving out ETH now.
No, I asked for Doge. But we got Precious, DFS, Josh Green, Neesmith, and Cam Johnson, the contender. Whatever, it's fine. This is the LeBron, Ja, Clark, Wiggins, Porter. Cool. Eastern Conference, whatever. Bam, I got to get Simmons out. That's cool. Awesome. Love that. But rare contender. Ready? So we need Luka out, Dinwiddie, Clark, Capella, Sims, JTA. But look at this shit right here. Wenyen Gabriel, who we're going to talk about a little bit. Xavier Tillman, Wiseman. Hopefully he plays one of these 3 games. Bates, Jop, and Flynn. Come on.
That's a great underdog.
Has Wiseman played recently?
Well, they got 3 games this week. He's back in action. He hasn't played yet, so he's probably not going to play. But what do you want from me?
He's back in action.
Yeah, he's back in action. He's back. All right, we're going to get into this shit now. Like the stream, subscribe, #TSC. There's 153 people watching, but only 113 entrants. You got to like the stream and sub in order to do it. Let's see if did we get any new subs today? We are at 7,802. No new subs in the last 20 minutes. What the hell, guys? Mavs released the lineup. Green is start. Wait, Luke is not playing. Oh, yes. Wait, is that true, though?
I'm not seeing that on Underdog yet.
Are you lying to me, bro?
We got the Magic lineup.
We get the okay, that is not helpful. That is not helpful. Keith, Tucker. It's on, Keith. All right, let's dive into some Q&As. We'll start here. This wasn't everybody's asked this version of this question. They were asking about Walker. Lonnie Walker here is got a cap of 20 and a projection of 19.5. That feels low. This projection here with all those guys being out. Interesting. All right, so that's Lonnie Walker. I don't know. Let's check Wenyen. He's got a cap of 17, a projection of a little over 17. I also wanted to look at Thomas Bryant, but I'm going to tell you my favorite. Wow. Okay, this can't be up to date unless Bryant's ruled out too. This doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I saw that earlier and I was surprised because Bryant seems like he's set up for a huge game.
Yeah, I wonder if this has Anthony Davis playing all of the games here. Oh, it's got him out for tonight. Yeah, I don't know. That doesn't feel right. I think Dennis Schroeder. Yeah, this is wrong. I think Dennis Schroeder. I think Thomas Bryant. I think Wenyen Gabriel. I think all of those guys are really solid plays. I wouldn't trust these projections here. I mean, normally I would trust them, but not on the Lakers situation because right. I mean, where are you guys landing on? We'll go with you first, Ghost. Where have you been on the Lakers?
I like Lonnie Walker. Actually, I feel like he gets a lot of volume and he's just going to chuck when he's in there. I'm a little nervous about JTA just because he sometimes just doesn't get off the bench.
Exercise.
Obviously, he has some opportunity with some guys out, but I'm a little less certain about his minutes. Where I feel like Lonnie's probably going to play regardless. I'm feeling good about Lonnie. Other than that, it's tough. I love Russ as like a high ceiling play, because I feel like he could just go off by himself and
this is a good matchup too for him.
Yeah, just triple-double time for Russ.
Yeah, I do not trust the Lakers projections. I'm just going to say it because Russ should be projecting way higher than 37 with all those bros out.
I see people talking about Rui too. I don't know. I don't love Rui, but he does have a lot of opportunity this week. So if you're going to play Rui, this is probably the week to do it, but I don't trust him personally.
Yeah, I think that's a great one.
I think you just muted Mike.
Just mute yourself. You're muted, Mike. Oh, just leaving. He's back. Now you're just not working.
Can you hear me?
There we go.
Now we go.
That was wild. That just did it on its own. I didn't hit anything. Anyways, I think Russ is still a great play. I think that's kind of weird that I think it's weird that the Lakers aren't projecting well. But yeah, anyways, I was gonna say about Rui. Like, I understand why people want to play Rui. He's gonna have great opportunity, but it's tonight. He has to get it done tonight, or it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I like Dennis Schroeder.
Oh, Keith apologized. Thank you, Keith, for your apology. Yeah, Dennis is a great play. I like Dennis quite a bit too. I like all of these guys. I think it's gonna be high scoring.
Yeah, and you know what? Coming back to the JTA thing, like sometimes like Max Christie has been getting play over him recently, and like I'm sure a lot of people are like, who's Max Christie? And like that's a perfectly valid question, but it speaks more to like I'm not saying like go grab Max Christie, although I've played him in the past and he has done well in some contender lineups for me. But I simply have him because he's a reward that I got. But that's more like speaking towards JTA's possible like downside than it is actually talking about Max Christie.
You guys want to do me a favor and only talk good about my plays from here on out? That'd be tight. Thank you. Westbrook or Fox? Where do we land here? Again, because I'm not trust this Westbrook projection. His projection should be like 45 right now. Fox, unless like I'm missing something with this injury news, but Fox has like I think I'd play Russ over Fox here.
I agree with the 3 games and 1 game at least of being the main guy on offense.
Yeah, I mean, it's close on its own. And I like Fox. I just think Russell all those guys out. No, thank you. I mean, yes, please. No, thank you. Roha was saying, how do you feel about Andrew Wiggins? I think Wiggins is actually pretty solid play. I know TSC, he was on your list, right?
Yeah. We didn't get to him, but I like him. His caps come down a little bit, and 3 games might actually only mean 2 games, but I got high hopes for Andrew Wiggins this week. He's in some of my lineups. So
yeah, Wiggins is fine. I think you just said this. I apologize. I'm not even going to say it again. So I won't. I'm just going to shut my mouth. Daniel saying Wiggins or Brooke Lopez. I think I would take Wiggins there.
Yeah,
agreed.
All right, let's see what else you got here. Max Christie, the Grubhub driver. Okay.
Can I call out Jeremy Grant at the top of your screen there? I think
we can talk about Grant.
A little sneaky. You got Nurkic, who might not play. I think they had someone else. Who am I thinking of? Someone else was ruled out also.
Josh Hart was questionable.
Questionable,
yeah.
Right. So he could have some opportunity if those guys sit. You also got Drew Eubanks, who might be a factor.
Yeah.
And he's been having a couple games here and there where he really pops. So.
I've seen I like that. I like that quite a bit. Also, his caps come way down. RIP his cap in the 40s. A lot of questions about Jimmy. Just a reminder, Jimmy was I don't know if it's downgraded, but is listed as questionable for tomorrow. So keep that in mind if that is a tiebreaker for you. Alan's asking Jimmy or Porzingis. Those are 2 guys who we don't know if they're playing, so that's really tough, Alan. So I don't.
Is expected to play today.
Is Porzingis expected to play? He's back in action.
Pretty sure.
Okay. I hadn't seen that. Superloop was saying if Embiid sits Randall or Harden. I feel like it's Harden, right? With if a Sixer-less Embiid or an Embiid-less Sixers.
That's a tough one. I mean, Randall's been just absolutely insane lately.
He has been. Who do the Knicks play tonight? Or no, they don't. They play Lakers tomorrow. I think I would lean Harden. Just because Harden can still do Randall can do it too. That's close. That's going to be really close. Here we go. Aaron saying Killian Hayes or Jaden Ivey, the Pistons boys. Who do we like? Who do we like more for the Piss Bros? Yeah, Killian with a cap of 29 and a project. Wow, they cap of 29 and projection of 23. Ivy right up here with 29, 27. Do you guys do you care either way?
I personally like Ivy more than Killian.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd go Ivy.
Oh wow, is this how good Kenyon Martin's gotten? Reese is asking Kenyon Martin or Clint Capella. I mean, I think it's Capella, right?
Yeah, especially with Şengün probably coming back this week.
Yeah. All right, Doctor Who says Larry Nance and Jordan Clarkson or Jonas and Bones. That's got to be this. I think it's the second one for me. I don't know. How do you guys feel? So you go first.
Again.
Go ahead.
I like the second one. I like Jonas a lot with Ingram out again, I think, tonight. I think that he can carry the load a little bit more with the extra usage.
Did they rule Ingram out with rest after coming back? Is that what that is?
I think so.
Yeah.
And Porzingis is not on the injury report, it says.
Okay, cool. All right, what else you got? Well, Middleton played decent minutes this week, or are we still waiting? So yesterday, I think it was, he still only played like 15 minutes. So I wouldn't, I'm not there yet. I think it's a great stash if you got him. I mean, maybe you get lucky and they start, because I don't think they're going to go from 15 to 30. That's the thing, right? Once we start seeing the 23 range, I feel a little bit more excited. I don't know. I mean, the good thing is his cap's going to be so low. TSC, any thoughts on the Middleton situation?
Well, barely anyone ever plays 30 minutes on the Bucks, so
that's true too.
So that's the other problem. But what's nice with how like Sorare set up too is that like he's gonna go off eventually, but when he goes off, it's not gonna affect the next game week because that cap's already gonna be locked in. So you don't have to worry that you're like have to like hit on the first week he does it,
right?
But you can be a little ahead of the curve. I think it's happening in the next like 2 game weeks. We're gonna see him.
Yeah, I think so too.
Go off one and. Luckily, you know, he's still having these low minutes, so hopefully his cap's kind of low and he'll be a value play for some good time from now.
I think so too. It's definitely coming. All right, let's see. Tyrese Maxey, that's a fun combo. I actually think I'd be staying away from Maxey unless Embiid's ruled out. I mean, I don't know how you guys feel, but he's got I feel like his upside is just a little bit limited now. He's got a cap of 32 and a projection of 30, but with Embiid in there, Embiid's going like Super Saiyan. He's unbelievable right now. The offense is running through him. Like, I don't know. Ghost, you think any differently on the Maxey situation?
So Maxey had 42 and 50 before putting up a 24 in his last 3. So he had a couple of ceiling games there. I do agree.
One of them was without Harden and Embiid, right? That was against the Kings when he played like 30.
Yeah.
I do miss the old beginning of the season Maxey where he was just going for 40 or 50 almost every night.
I know.
But I do agree with you that I think his ceiling's a bit capped right now.
And TSC, you're a super Maxey fan, right? Where are you at?
Well, as someone who got him when I came 3rd in the rare limited, and then because Harden had just gone down, and then Maxey went down right after, so I didn't get to benefit from when he was playing amazing. And then now he's like, oh, we're just going to run him as our 6th man. His upside has just been cut so much. I think it's going to be cut until we see Harden take some nights off.
Yeah.
But his cap's kind of come down enough that, like, you know, if either Embiid or Harden ever sits, because even when Embiid doesn't play, even if Harden's playing, his usage does go up quite a bit.
I know we've used this example before. I like Maxey for a contender this game week and maybe not a champion. Like if Embiid's in, right? Like I feel like Maxey's gonna get you, like he's probably gonna get you 28 to 35 points. Like I feel pretty comfortable in that, which I'd take for a cap at 32 or whatever it is. I don't see him putting up 50 with Embiid in. But again, I don't know. He's done it. So maybe I'm just being a hater. Killian is still coming back from injury. Is that what we're saying? So, and Grant's saying Alec Burks. Listen, we can't talk negative about Killian Hayes on this program. He's so rare poster boy. So we're pro Killian Hayes. Matt Gaming saying Jimmy Buckets or Jamal Murray. Both of those guys are questionable. That's tough. I don't know.
I'd probably go Jimmy there. I agree with you about the injury management tag. Like if they're already tagging him with that, like he's probably sitting and it's already a done deal.
Yeah. The only devil's advocate is that like he's more likely to play the other game than if it's a real injury.
Oh, true.
But I'd still probably go Jimmy there. I feel like even
too.
Like if they're playing and stuff like I think he has a little higher upside anyways.
All right, hold on. Gustav is saying contender. He's rolling out Matt Trin, Brandon Clark, Jesus, Precious, and Beverly. Yeah, this is a good lineup, man. It's like all the guys we talked about already. Yeah, this is great. This is great, Gustav.
Good work.
Yeah.
Just want some affirmation.
Yeah, I know. Pat Beverly, I hate deep down in my heart, but he is a good play this game week, so whatever. All right, let's go. These are 2 guys we haven't talked about up top in the MVP when we all were talking about our favorite ones. How do we feel about Jokic or Kyrie if you had to pick one?
I go Kyrie.
Does he have revenge game? Are they playing Boston? They're not playing them again, are they?
I know they play the Lakers. I can't remember who they play the second game. I don't have it pulled up. I
mean, Jokic is due for one of those like 100-point Sorare games sometime soon here. I feel like he's going to explode, but he has been like trending a little bit lower than usual lately. So I feel like Kyrie's running hot.
A little.
Kyrie plays the Lakers and the Celtics.
Yeah. I think, man, I'm never picking Kyrie ahead of the Jokic. I'm not going to do it. I think it's fine, but I like physically not allowed to.
Yeah, as someone who owns Jokic as my MVP every week, I'm picking Jokic.
With the people saying I don't usually ask questions, but I'm stuck with Keegan or Ivy here. Let's see. I feel like we haven't talked about Keegan. His cap's a little bit higher just because he's been boosted up lately from a couple of pretty solid performances. He's got a cap at 30 and a projection of 26.9. We already talked about Ivy, right? I think they've got basically the same. Ivy actually projects a little bit better with the lower cap. So there you go. Wow. I don't love that, but there you go. I can see why you're stuck on that. I don't love it. All right. I'm so far behind on the chat. Yeah, Gustav, we're talking about Pat Bev. Yeah, I know, man. I'm sorry. I think he's a great play this week. I just deep down don't like him. Let's see. I saw another one. What about Keldon Johnson? How do we feel about the Spurs? I think they only have one game this week, though. You guys have anybody have a thought on Keldon here? He's got a cap at 31, projection at 34. Anybody like him? Not like him?
I like Keldon. I'm looking up to confirm how many games he's playing because I think that'll factor in. I'm trying not to play any like one game players on such like a heavy slate.
It looks like I was wrong. It's 2 games. I was wrong. Okay. I was thinking of the weekend.
No, I mean he's been balling. Who was the other one that he was just?
No, he was just thoughts on Keldon in general.
No, I mean he's great play. I think he's leading that offense right now, and he's kind of one of the few people you could kind of pencil in on San Antonio that he's going to like actually play and get consistent minutes. So
yeah, and he hasn't sat in a while, which is kind of funny. Like normally they just randomly sit dudes, and now they're like, no, we're actually bad enough. We don't have to worry about it. All right, so he's asking about Ingles or Okoro. They basically project the same. Okoro projects a little bit better, but Jesus Christ, like, does anybody feel good clicking Okoro?
I feel better than clicking Ingles.
Yeah,
ooh, I think I disagree.
I've been called Zach Ingles on the basketball court. My real name is Zach, and that's my NBA comp. I got the lefty jumper with a receding hairline. So,
so you hate him for that?
I'm an Ingles fan, not in Sorare though. I'm not clicking him in my lineup.
I know. I just feel like Ingles has a better chance to pick up some peripheral stats, like Okoro. I mean, you need Okoro to get blocks and steals.
I don't know. I like Joe Ingles' playmaking. Like he's like sneaky. Good passer, picks up assists and stuff like that. But if you're also like thinking Middleton's going to get increased over this time, then I would kind of agree with Ghost and say that you probably want to fade Joe Ingles if you're thinking that that Middleton's going to be picking up his minutes.
Ingles is a cap of 20, and he's gone over that once in his last 5. And he's got 9 and 13 and 16. So I just don't see a ton of upside there. The one time he did go over was 25. So it wasn't like he crushed it. I don't know. I'm always looking for the moonshots.
He came out firing like when he first like came back from injury, and I think now with Middleton back, his upside's probably gone.
Go by Lonnie Walker. I just hate both of these guys. I think that's what I would say. Go by Lonnie Walker instead. Poole, Poole's a good play. Those Warriors are all going to be good plays. Like literally everybody on the roster is going to be a good play this week at some point. You out on Poole? TSC, you made a face.
What's his cap at though?
84.
I think it's like 32, right?
Yeah, 32, 38. Wow, 38. Wow.
Yeah,
wow. Big boy cap.
Yeah, that's where I'm like, ooh, I don't know. Like Poole low to mid 30s when there's a back-to-back maybe, but that cap's getting pretty high for me.
Yeah. Mass collectibles. Yeah, we did. We talked about Wiggins. That was Ghost cheapo call. He loves him. Loves Wiggins. We all love Wiggins. All right, we the people, you guys, listen, I refuse to be on a show that picks Okoro. I can't do it, all right? I physically can't do it. I haven't played Okoro ever since they made him a Summer League moment. I'm out on Okoro. You say Boban's popping off this weekend? Is that what you're saying, Marco? Also, this weekend, you're planning for the weekend. He's not popping off yet. You're planning for the next game week. I like that. Yeah. Hey, I just saw we hit 170 live viewers, which means we are 30 away from the rare giveaway. And if we don't get there, all that means is I don't have to give away rare shit. So like the stream, subscribe, put hashtag TST into the chat. Only 128 entrants so far of the 168 now watching. Let's get this up over 200. Let's give away a rare thing. We're here for 20 more minutes or so. Muhammad was asking Chris Paul George. I wanted this to then be like George Chris or something. All right, Chris Paul George, or Sabone Bone. This is a fun one. I'm not going to give any thoughts. You guys go, and then I'll share at the end.
I'm high on all three of these guys.
Wow.
I'd probably lean Sabonis, Paul George, then Chris Paul, but I don't think any of them are bad plays. I think that Sabonis probably has the highest ceiling of the three.
Yeah. What about you, TST?
I like where Sabonis cap has gotten to. I think he's a nice value play there. George or Paul George, he's someone that like is like that like next tier can be an MVP caliber some game weeks. It's just like maybe like 1 out of every 7 to 8. Does that happen? And when those happen, he hits, but he just sits random games. Like it's just like such a crapshoot with him. So it's whether or not you're willing to be frustrated about that. Like he's already got the probable injury tag on him now. He sat out last game. So that's where Sabonis just edges him out for me. Like I think Sabonis is more likely to have like that almost ceiling game, whereas Paul George ceiling maybe a little higher.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Sabonis too. I love Paul George as well. And I have 2 rules on this show. One is we don't pick a Coro. The other is we don't pick guys my age. And so I refuse to pick Chris Paul. I'm sorry. If Chris Paul's cap's 15, I'll lock him in. But his cap can't be his age. He can't be my age. I just have rules. Ahmed was asking about Jalen Green with him being out, I don't think he's been ruled out yet, but he missed shoot around today. Şengün did practice. I think even with, you're just asking what about Şengün? Şengün practiced today, so I imagine he's back in action. I imagine he's playing.
He's only got 1 game though, so
yeah,
it's a little bit more dicey.
It is. Jamie was asking, is Bradley Beal due for a game? Listen, Jamie, let me tell you, Bradley Beal has been dog due for a little bit. He's been really bad. And it's not like he's not playing. He's playing like 35 minutes a game. He's going 5 for 18. He's giving us some real Jalen Green energy out there without the youth. He's just shooting and missing.
And that contract's looking real bad.
Yeah. Say that again, Ghost?
That contract for Beal is looking real bad.
Oh,
I would
that's
not
rough.
want to have Washington's GM right now.
That's rough. What did you say, TST?
I was just saying that he's also turning the ball over. So
yeah, he's just the old negative. He's going to be a great play in like 8 weeks once his cap's down around 7.
He's going to be a great play eventually. It's just, do you want to lose all those weeks waiting for it?
Yeah, exactly. Capella, cap at 31, projection at 33. He's asking about Malcolm what did I call him today on the show? Brogdanovic, which I was pretty proud of. Malcolm Brogdon is a cap at 32 and a projection at 28. I will say Brogdon has been balling. He's been playing really well lately. I think Capella's like a guaranteed 14 and 12 with like a block and a steal. Like that's his floor. Unless he gets hurt. I don't know. Do you guys disagree? Does anybody want Brogdon in that one?
No, I take Capella.
Yeah. Someone was asking where I missed the question here. Bobby was saying, I need help with a cap of 31. Any suggestions? This area is a little tricky. Rudy Gobert projects the best there, but he's questionable. We did talk about Keldon Johnson being a really good play. So I think it's probably Keldon Johnson at 31. If you go down to 30, there's a couple of guys that I wanted to talk about a little bit. Cameron Johnson he's been looking great since coming back. So I kind of like him, even though he's not like really booming, but I like him. If somehow Embiid is ruled out, I think Wendell Carter Jr. is an awesome play. If he's going against Montrezl Harrell and freaking whoever else they're going to throw out there, he should dominate. Anybody else you guys like in there? That I know I just rattled off most of the names, but is there anybody else you like in that range?
I like Jeremy Grant, who's 29, right below that. Go ahead, TSC.
That's what I was going to say. I would actually probably like maybe go a little lower.
Yeah.
And then use that other cap elsewhere. Like with a Jeremy Grant, you can get 29, Andrew Wiggins at 28. Like, I feel like there's a little bit of a no man's land in that like 30 to 34-ish range this week. And that happens every so many weeks.
Yeah. Weisberg saying catching up a little late. Is Murray officially out? No. They just said he was questionable tomorrow for injury management, which makes me think he's going to sit. Also, Farad came in huge. He said, this is for you, Mike. LeBron James, Christian Wood, or James Woods, which this was nice. This is a good attempt. This is a really good attempt here. It's definitely not James Woods. That's all I'll say. All right, Katie beats Jop or Jalen Williams. We were talking about the old Jopper. It's probably going to be him, right? Is anybody taking the Jalen Williams side here?
Is that the big Jalen Williams?
I'm pretty. Yeah, this is the big Jalen Williams, not the wing Jalen Williams.
I'll go with Job.
There we go. Io, Hartenstein, or Branham? Man, I have no idea. I like Bulls fan. Io, how do we feel about the Io call?
Io's been frustrating. I bought him actually really early, and I thought he had a ton of potential being in that starting lineup, and he just really doesn't put up that many numbers. And they have so many other people that are handling the ball. You think he's the point guard, but he doesn't really handle the ball at all and doesn't really do much. So I'm fading Io.
He's a rich man's Juan Toscano Anderson right now. Yeah, I think it's Hartenstein for me out of those three because Malachi Brown. I like Branham, but we still haven't gotten there yet with his minutes that I'm excited about it. So maybe you just hope Sims gets into foul trouble, Hartenstein rolls. Like, I don't know. All right, what Isaiah Joe or Eason? Man, I like both of these guys, but Tari Eason has been awesome lately, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been killing it. The one game is the only reason that like I'm not looking at him this week. But he's been killing it for me.
Isaiah Joe, on the other hand, has oh wow, it's Isaiah Joe. It's Isaiah Joe. That's the right play. They got a couple of games, the hot shooter. I like Eason though, but I think if Şengün comes back, that does limit a little bit of his upside, especially if Jabari Smith Jr. is back as well. So a couple of things to think about there. Weisberg though, Isaiah Joe again. Isaiah Joe, the man of the hour. Or Horford for one game. I assumed it was Horford, but I don't know. Is anybody taking Joe in this?
I'll take Joe.
I'm
not a huge Al Horford guy, especially with one game. I feel like he has a ton of games where he just does very little statistically.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. He burned me in some underdog thing. Checking for injury news. Josh Richardson, breaking news. Josh Richardson will play. We're up to 179, 21 away. Let's freaking do this. Like the stream, subscribe, hashtag TST. There's only 144 entrants. Go share this with your step cousins. Get everybody involved here. Get everybody involved. All right, let me catch up here with the questions. We got like 12 minutos, 12 minutes left or so. Who do we got? Anything? Is Embiid playing tonight? Severin, man, I don't know. I hope so. I hope he is, but we don't know yet. Thoughts on Dinwiddie and dude, Amun Bjork, you're getting real aggressive here. You're asking two questions in one. I thought this was going to be thoughts on Dinwiddie and what about if Luka plays? But you were like, thoughts on Dinwiddie. Second question. Dinwiddie is awesome if Luka sits. If he plays, his cap's a little high, but he's still pretty good. So, I mean, you're not screwed, but he's definitely a much worse play. And then I'll let somebody else take a cap at 18. You guys can each give me your best takes here from 18 and under. It starts with Marcus Morris and works its way down. Anybody? Ghost, you go first. Who do you like down in this 18, 17, 16 range?
I'll go with Xavier Tillman.
There you go. The Memphis big man. What about you, Ghost? I mean, what about you, TST?
Bones. Give me Bones Highland.
That's right, Bones. We already talked about Bones. I want to check something real quick. Oops. Let's see. Brian. Nope, that didn't get updated. Okay.
I threw the update in there too, and it didn't change anything for the Lakers. So
wow, I wonder maybe the Lakers know something I don't know. Maybe something else. Is Rubio done after? Did Rubio get another or is Sleeper due to bang? Wow, what a Kano. I love the way you asked this question. I think he can still bang even after 2 ACLs. And I don't. He's not a play right now. They got too many guys.
Due to bang? Is he due to bang?
He is due to bang. He is due to bang. That's great. Dwight Powell or Kuminga? So ready. We know Powell's going to project better, but who do you guys like?
Oh God, Powell.
Wow, you said Powell. Oh my God.
No. I'm not saying that. I just the frustrations Powell has provided me all year.
Yeah, it's terrible.
But then he finally hit for 39. So like that was like amazing for him. And considering he's a starter, to finally hit over 30 for once is not. It's like really he's only a contender play at all.
He sucks.
That's it. Yeah.
He's due to bang. He's due to bang, man.
He's due to bang. We're Powell. He's due to bang. Asking about Denny. Somebody asked about Denny. How's he projecting? He's got a cap of 21, projection of 24.5. There you go. This one I like. This is fun. Jericho Sims and Giannis or Rudy and Keldon. So it's like, do you bang the middle or you bang up top and you bang down low? Where are we banging, boys? Sims and Giannis or Rudy and Keldon? Who are you taking, Ghost?
I take the Giannis side. I always go for the guy that can put up 100 points in the game slate, and then Jericho can get 30 or 40 on a ceiling. So,
in that matchup, Giannis could outscore both of them. Like even if Jericho gets you 5, like Giannis could just outscore both of them. All right, Moody or Coffee? God, I don't think you can play Coffee, right? Is he still on the Clippers? Yeah, you can't play Coffee. It's Moody.
Ugh. I don't like Moody. The last couple of times, even when all those guys sit, he hasn't done much. And like they threw him back in the G League. I know that like he's back or available, even though from the G League. So that kind of like shows that they might be sitting some people eventually too. But like,
I mean, Coffee only played right because they sat everybody.
Oh no, I was disgusted that you had to just choose from either.
Okay, yeah,
it wasn't that I was choosing Coffee.
I don't think Coffee's getting off the bench.
Yeah. Emporium saying Simons or Oladipo. So I think Simons is projecting actually pretty solid this week. He's got cap of 28 and a projection of 32.5. Oladipo has a higher cap than Anthony Simons. I did not think we were going to see that, but he's not projected nearly as well. So is anybody taking Depot here, or is this Simons City?
Simons.
Yeah.
Simons is safer, and like even the upside, he probably has more. It's just if you're thinking of taking Oladipo, you're really hoping that Butler doesn't play. Yeah.
Also, Aviation Bug. Hell yeah, dude. Thanks for being here. Thank you for the compliments. That's how you get. Well, you could also ask a question and get it shared. I share almost everything, but yeah, it counts. I'm behind. I'm way behind on the chat. I'm so sorry. Embiid or Giannis in common contender? Flare Socks, what are you doing out there in contender? It's Giannis because Embiid might not play tonight, but I love this.
And his cap's a little lower too. So if you're squeezing him into a contender, that matters.
I love this. So Rare is saying Kawhi or Ant. Now, this is a fun one because Anthony Edwards has been playing out of his mind, but Kawhi's also been great lately. Let's see. Ghost, you go first. What do you think here?
I lean Edwards. I'm looking up Kawhi's last few here. He just sat, but before that, he had 55, 46, 50, 51, 57. So he's on a heater. So
he is on a heater.
Closer than I thought.
What about you, TSC? Where you at?
I'm going Ant.
Yeah, me too. Zeely's saying Rui's starting. Yeah, I was just going to say that Rui is starting. Ewan saying Middleton or Dorian Finney-Smith. Listen, I know Dorian Finney-Smith sometimes doesn't do shit, but he at least is going to play, especially if Luke is out. He's going to have to do more. It's got to be DFS until Middleton plays over 20 minutes, right? Is anybody taking Middleton and just hoping he has a good shooting night?
I think I would.
You think you'd take Middleton?
I think so.
I had Finney-Smith as one of my value plays on the primer. Actually, he's coming off 42 and 36 points, so he's been doing really well lately.
Yeah, I would love if Luke. I mean, he's still a fine play if Luke is in, but all right, Mark Williams or Jayshawn Derulo Tate. Mark Williams is a cap of 19 and projection 21. I got to tell you though, until they freaking trade somebody, all right. So Mark Williams is the better play, but until the Hornets trade Mason Plumlee, it's just so tilting to play Mark Williams because he gets, I forget, I think it was Sean Grant in the chat who like messaged me and he was like, yeah, I watched a little bit of the game. Mark Williams is springy. And he was incredible in like 8 minutes. And Steve Clifford was like, oh, we need to cover the spread. Like, I don't know what he's doing out there.
I wanted the Bulls to get Mark Williams so bad. He was like my target on draft night. He's so springy and long and just blocks shots, but gets 10
He's going to be... He's going to be like a monster in this format too, because he's like a ton of blocks and steals. He's just going to be easy. Deep Threat says Pistol Pete or Wilt. Come on, dude. It's Wilt. Like for a fantasy game, it's Wilt, you know?
What's Wilt's L10?
Yeah, Elt is probably as many women as he slept with, which was like 10,000. Ukulele says Ghost and TST sounds very, very similar voices, almost like brothers. How about that, guys? How about that? All right, this is fun because this has been all three of these guys were listed as favorite value plays here. So Sims, Suggs, or Wiggins. TST, you go first. Who's your guy? You can only pick one.
To me, it's between Wiggins and Sims. Give me Sims barely.
Wow. Okay, Sims barely. I like that. What about you, Ghost?
I'm going with the guaranteed minutes of Sims. The other two are similar projections, but their minutes are less certain. So I'd go with Sims.
Yeah, I'm with you. Oh, Johannes is asking Jokic or Davis. It's the Joker for me, especially as they're still working Davis back in. People are asking about Trey, I'm gonna look that up. You guys share your thoughts. So he says, is Javon Carter a sleeper at all? You got any Javon Carter thoughts from the Bucks here? Either one of you can go first. I don't care.
I don't have any strong Javon takes personally. If you have any TSD,
I've kind of forgot about him since like the Bucks have got their squad back.
Yeah,
he's kind of like on the back burner. I think Javon Carter is a sleeper from a like blowout perspective, and then secondarily like Middleton just like minutes being really low. But
yeah. I think I would just like hold on to him. Yeah, I only mentioned it because they play Charlotte. Yeah,
I assume that's the blowout thought, and
yeah,
like that is a sneaky play, but it's a risky play in my opinion.
It is, yeah. Branham has a cap of 14 and a projection of 13. So yeah, Branham again is more. I'm waiting till after the trade deadline. Giacomo says Herder or PJ. Well, I got a little treat for you, Giacomo, especially if you're new here. This is my answer.
PJ Washington. PJ Washington. PJ Washington.
Was that TST? Was that too loud for you, dude? Was that banger too loud for you?
It's that I can take it out and still hear it. So that I can still enjoy it.
That's one of my favorite drops.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah.
I hope deep down people just like logged in and were like, what the hell? What did I get to? What is this? Badavine said, locked my lineup in on the high speed train from Paris to the Netherlands. You're still out in Paris, huh, Badavine? That's great. All right, let's see. We're going to say last call here because we're 57 minutes in. 157 entrants, 171 watching. Yeah, Giacomo, the answer is PJ, baby. The answer is PJ. We need to get this up. While we wait for 25 more people to show up so we get to 200, hit us with a little bit of content. Ghost, what do you got going on over there at Lucky Trader? I know you got to put together a special contest too. Hit the people with your content.
All right. So I read a primer for Sorare NBA each game week, Monday and Friday. And then we have a fun little contest going on with our Sorare Lucky Trader League. So we're giving away a limited prize to one person who beats me in the common champion every week. So we just gave away a precious moment or card. Don't want to say moment. Excuse me.
Yeah, you'll get killed.
So we just gave one of those away to the winner from this weekend. So hop in our league and beat me and get some cool prizes.
Just dropped a link to their to the Lucky Trader stuff, so you go check that out. You can go check out some of Ghost's writing. TST, what about you, man? I know you have some fun stuff happening. What's going on over there?
So I've been putting out a couple different things on Twitter lately. I did if you haven't checked it out, I put out kind of the charts of the last I think it was 20 game weeks for the participants and all the different ones, and tracking that and some thoughts with that. So go check that out if you haven't. Some interesting trends are occurring. I think one of the most interesting ones is in the common champion, and that it actually follows a trend on whether or not it's a weekend game slate or a weekday. And then got some videos over on the channel coming. Usually do one every game week, and hopefully getting back into the groove here that things are settling down and in real life. So go check me out there.
Hell yeah. And just a reminder too, we do over on Team Hold, we have a show. If you were new today, Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. we do a morning show where we talk all things basketball, a little So Rare, a little Top Shot. We do 2 episodes of Value Hunting. One comes out on Monday, the other one comes out on Thursday for the upcoming So Rare game week. And if this is your first time doing Live Before Lock, we do this on Fridays as well. So I appreciate everyone being here. This is a lot of fun. We're at 180. There's 20 more people. Boatsy said, what about creating a Team Hold league just for fun? We have one. We do have one. I'll be honest. I haven't done I'm waiting. We're like close to having the ability to put together some prizes for you guys. So I haven't been paying attention too much to it right now, but we have a Team Hold one that is full right now. There's already 100 people in it. However, wait, why is it doing that? If we go to Team Hold Live Before Lock, there should be a way for me to
go to play with friends.
Thank you. I was like, what is going on? I'll share the link to the Team Hold Live Before Lock. There's only 20 more people can get in this bad boy. All right. So it's going to be the first 20 to get in there. Get on in. And let's do it. 181 guys. So we're going to get to 200. I feel like we can get there. Real quick too, I'll just go over my lineups one more time just to see what, and then I got to look at already did my 21 training lineups. How about that, huh? How about that? I'm already a training god here, guys. This is what I'm rolling out. I have Dame as my MVP for my common champion with LeBron, Kawhi, and then these two schlubs. And then I do think this this limited contender is kind of fun. And my limited champ of LeBron, Ja, Clark, Wiggins, and Porter. Like, that's pretty good, guys. Oh, fuck. Nice. I need to fix this one, though. All right, help me fix this one because Simmons is out. I know they have 2 games, but I don't trust that crusty old Simmons. Let's see what else we got here. I could get to... Oh, no, I already used Precious. Gabe Vincent, but he's questionable tomorrow. This is bad, guys.
Ooh. Go back to the Mark Williams well.
We could do Neesmith. Neesmith's actually projecting pretty solid, and I wonder if we can get up from Gafford to what's 34. That's it? I don't have anybody else for... Oh,
no, click click the filter. Click the filter. I think it's blocking, no? Is that really?
Yeah, that's it. Because wait. No, it is it. That's weird.
Western Conference Maxi?
Yeah, I'm a big Western Conference guy. Well, no, I'm probably using them in whatever, dude. You know what?
They should show up if they're using another lineup.
So you're taking Naismith with 1 game over Mark Williams with 2?
Oh, okay, fine. We'll do fucking Mark Williams, bro.
just wondering.
Mark Williams, and then wait, but now I can't do anything else. Whatever, dude. Wait, do you think Mark Williams with 2 games or Ben Simmons with 1? Assuming Simmons plays.
Do you want to go to sleep tonight knowing that you have to rely on Ben Simmons?
No, we're just gonna be a Mark Williams head now, dude. Yeah, I know. We gotta. All right, now I gotta go back to my training lineups. Let's see. Oh man, imagine if I did that. Just did all the ones that were like used in other lineups. Why aren't these guys already in there? What's going on here? What's happening?
Did you cancel something else?
Yeah, what is going on? How are none of these guys in there? I must have moved some lineups around when I was buying my Bates job. All right, there we go. Now we're done. But this is the lineup that we're gonna sweat the most, and I love it because it doesn't matter at all. Right here, Gabriel, Tillman, Wiseman, Bates, Job, and Flynn. We're going to be doing victory laps, baby. When James Wiseman is out there blocking. Matt Gaiman says, I'm sorry, but Giannis is double D's, but he could still possibly play. I really need to know. What do you mean? No, he's going to play tomorrow. He's probable for tomorrow. Giannis is good to go, I think. I think Giannis is good to go. All right, we got to close out because I know you guys got to finish your stuff. We're not going to hit 200, but we are still going to give away a limited tier because we're the GOATs here. We'll be back again for Live Before Lock on Friday at 5:30. So thank you. Thanks again, everyone, for being here. Really, this is one of the best shows that we do. I think I have so much fun doing this. People are asking, how do they join your league, Ghost?
Yeah, I just tossed it in the chat there, so you should see the.
All right, hell yeah.
The referral there from Lucky Trader.
Hell yeah, there you go. Get in there with the referral for Lucky Trader. So for Ghost, for TST, let's spin this thing. If you win, shoot me a DM either on Twitter at Mike Zakarian or in the Discord, which I'm going to drop a link to the Discord too, so because you guys should join that as well. Sign up for the VIP. Who took it down? Football Sports Hub, which is like Pornhub, but for football sports. Join the Discord. Sign up for the VIP if you haven't done that. If you sign up for the VIP, you get into the gated parts of the Discord where we talk shit.
the ungated folk.
Yeah. But I hope you guys, best of luck this week. Go win some stuff. Tell me what you win. I don't know. Just reply to tweets. Get engagement going. You know what I'm saying? To the moon. We out. Wait, hold on. We're back. We're only 13 away from 200. Get everybody. Let's go. Is it going to get to 200? Nope, we already ended it. All right, we're out.